Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is the Terminator, build the T800. This is issue number 47, so onwards as we go, moving throughout the stuff. This is what we've got this time, a couple of metal bits, and a plastic bit, and a bag of screws. So yep, nothing else in there, get rid of that. Right, we are continuing working on the central pelvic frame. Not something that I've often thought about, but pelvic frames are obviously quite useful. It's the connective frame that links the pelvis together. Now previously we've been doing, let's say, bits around there, so this is just continuing on. Now this does actually stand on its own. Not the whole thing obviously, but you know, I don't need any more bits for this particular build, this episode, this issue. There we go, we have the screws, different screws in the same bag, which sort of annoys me a little bit because yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, it looks like 5 of one and 3 of another, which is sort of what's on in the picture there, if you could see it. There we go. So yeah, I don't need cost cutting to not put 2 bags in there, I assume, but there we go. Right, step 1, take the lower panel, which is that one and that bit, and we're going to be using some screws. So let's get the screws open over to one side so I can select the ones that we need. Now obviously there's 2 different types in there, so it's quite easy to tell which one's which because they're quite blatantly different. And as ever with these things, we probably get 1 extra to what we need. So we've got 5, so we probably need 4, and 3, so we probably need 2 of those. They're over there. I forgot. They're just off of the edge. Look, they're just there. Look, just there. There they are. Look, just the screws. But yeah, we won't worry about that. So we're putting that on the bottom there, and that bit goes on the top. I don't know why they're using tweezers. It's a big chunky thing. You can just use your real hands to do it. So that is going on there like that. So that's okay. There we go. And then it says use 4 screws. So we're going to be using the 4 little screws. Let me pull those across there. There we go. Into there. Now these are obviously going into the bottom plastic bit, holding the metal bit onto it. If I turn it round, then I'm actually coming at it from the right angle. If you've watched any of my previous videos in building and dealing with screws, you'll know my advice, probably off by heart, is to not put in the first screw and tighten it all the way down. The reason we don't do that is just to make sure everything lines up and the screws bite and hold properly. So get them all done by a couple of turns, and then assuming the last one does in fact tighten into the right place and line up okay, you can just go right ahead and tighten that one down, and then go back and tighten up all of the rest, being careful that it's going into plastic. You don't want to over tighten and strip the thread from the inside of the plastic piece. It's not exactly going to be a weight bearing part or anything, so we don't need to worry too much, but that's in there nice and secure. That's that. Then we have step 3, the rear of the pelvic frame is going over there. Again, no pins to locate, just the 2 little bits to go in there, and we're going to be using 2 of the longer screws. Obviously this is going into metal, so it's much neater, friendlier, easier. You can tighten them much more without worrying. So let's get, again, the first one in loose, so it's still got some movement there, and then when we got that right, we can make sure we tighten up properly. There we go, and then back to the first one again. That's that fixed together. So those 2 screws I expect are going to be spare. Let's have a flick over the page and make sure, yeah, just fit them together. It looks like that. It looks like that. It's the central frame for the pelvis has been assembled together with a panel for the pelvis. So yeah, okay, there we have it. Metal frame, plastic display piece. It is what it is. There we go. That's this issue's build done. Let's have a look through the rest of the magazine. We have Demolition Man, obviously. I remember that one. That was quite fun. That's the one with the 3 seashells, isn't it? Yep. So yeah, that's that. Then we're talking about cryonics and cryogenic suspension, freezing things. So there we go, that's that. And then at the end, as ever, we will be back, continue assembling the pelvis. So yeah, as ever, I've got these 4 issues have turned up through the door. This was the first one, so there's 3 more to come in rapid succession. I'll be building them now and releasing them over the next few days. So stick around, come back, and we'll see how the pelvis builds up. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.